It doesn't matter what you want. I will succeed, whether you like it or not. I am unstoppable. When will you learn that? When will you learn that?
Again, Mr. Williams, I invite you to conversate with me directly. I don't do all this internet stuff. The problem is you're going after my family, you post my children, and then you mention my name. So you and I, we need to have a conversation. And yes, this is a forever problem.
It's me, Darius Cooks, also known as your local scammer.
You are, you gay, growing up in Chicago, you just end up being with a tribe of people. I don't know, it's really hard to explain. It might be different now, but when I was growing up, there were crews. We had people we hung with, right? Anyway, and I hung with people like, you remember Calvin, LaVelle, those are people that I used to hang with back in the day, and you see what happened now, especially with randomness of Veil. We ain't heard hide nor have him, have we? We ain't heard hide nor have him, have we? Come to think of it, let me not bring his name up, because let me tell you something. He probably, child, you ready to... Where's the expose? Where is the expose?
Show out, run your mouth, pop off at the mouth. I do something called an attack. When you do the attack, you got to make sure you're real rooted and grounded. Look that way. Make sure you're real rooted and grounded so they don't know what's about to go on. You just attack them. You just attack them, mother. What did I say? I said you better do what I said to do. Did they think you're crazy? If they think you're crazy, they'll just walk away slowly like that.
Yeah, I stole from the church. Then, okay, the first time I definitely remember stealing was I stole from this lady's purse, a teacher at school. I was on, did I give it back? I probably should go up there right now and give a donation. That's probably what I need to do. It was this teacher at school, and I used to go to, what school was this? It was Douglas. I guess I was in House B at Douglas. I was in House A. I forgot. But this would have been like 1990. Okay, let me see. Hold on. If I graduated 8th grade in 95, it would have been like 1993 or something. Girl, that's so long ago. I can't remember shit. 30 years ago. Okay, that's how long ago this shit was. 30 years. So, I thought nobody even seen me steal that money out of her purse. I took $20 out of her, and I would take the money. I used to go to I remember with that 20, I went to the corner store. I got me some oatmeal cream pies. I got some vanilla ice cream. I got some of them toasted coconut donuts. I got me some tangy cheese chip. I was fed. I was still to eat. I was fed. We was poor, right? So I remember I stole from a lady purse, and I had got caught. And I said, damn, how they catch me? Ain't nobody even seen me go in her purse. But they found me. I had to go to the principal's office every day. I had to call my mama. I got my ass towed clean up. So that was the first time. The second time I remember stealing was at the church. The third time, this when I said I better stop this. I think I came to my senses after this, after the third time. After the third time, I said, this is, the third time I got caught. I said, no, I can't do this. It was like more like organized crime. I could have got a RICO charge. Let me tell you what had happened. I had this job, right? I told y'all this before. I had this job. I used to work at Frank's Nursery and Craft in North Riverside. Third? I know. Girl, I was a kid. You kids do dumb shit because they kids. I used to work at Frank's Nursery and Craft. It was in North Riverside, right? It was like, when you go into North Riverside, you gotta go past the Best Buy, and then on the right-hand side, before you go to the mall, there's the, it was Frank's Nursery and Craft, right? And I used to, I was on the cash register. Let me tell you what I used to do. So let's say you come and you come to the register and you do your stuff, right? You be like, okay, I'm gonna cash out. Back then, the credit card, everything was separate. It wasn't the same. So what I used to do is if your bill was like $37.41, right? I would charge your credit card $41 and whatever the cent is, and then take the $10 out the grocery store. Out the cash register. Out the grocery store, Lord Jesus. Out the cash register, right? So I would probably make about between like $80 and $100 doing that a day. Girl, today, I guess somebody down to the accounting department started doing a reconciliation. I thought you just started scamming. You a whole professional. I know, child. Somebody down to the accounting department started saying, "Wait a minute now, store number 672 look a little funny on the on the P&L." A day, child. I ain't do it like every day. It would be like, I'll probably do it like, if I ain't work, I was a kid. I wasn't working every day. I was only working like specific days. So I would only do it like, let's say if I work 3 days a week, I would do it like 2 days a week. I wouldn't do it the whole time. Yeah. But yeah, I did that. It's one of my fun. I'm not proud of it. Never sounds proud of it. Oh God, we thank God for deliverance. Oh girl, please. I ain't the only person.
This, you know what? This is the thing. It don't come up no more. This as far as it come up. I guess I didn't get the one with the extra long handle on it. It's fine. This one, I like the spin mop. You ain't got to touch it. I twisted the pole. This is as far as it go up. It only go to 48. What's 48? 2, 4, 6, 8. That's 4 feet. This 4 feet tall. This about 4 feet. This about 2 feet. This 2 more feet. This tallest it go to 48. That's it. It's not meant for me. It's meant for Maria. I love this mop. Girl, it don't the fuck go up. Extendable telescope. 22 to 36 inches or 36 to 48. Bitch, you got 2 choices. 22 to 36 or 36 to 48. That's it. It don't go no fucking higher than that. Okay? Now, do you want the flow clean or not? What the fuck do the size of the mop got to do? Girl, twist. I have twisted. Girl, down, up, down, up, down, up. I'll talk to y'all later. Breon. She crazy as hell, but so are you. The heifer came in with a bathrobe. A bathrobe and a suitcase. A roll-on suitcase. Bitch, if you're not showing down with Darius Cooks with a bathrobe and a roll-on suitcase, what are you doing? Okay? Do not ask me why she came in there with that bathrobe on. She was fully dressed, but don't ask me. I don't know. And she had that suitcase. She fit right at home. Anytime you show up, and that's my first time ever meeting you, and you that comfortable, bitch, you at home. She ain't going nowhere. All right? Nowhere.
I'm spirited about this Darius thing. You can't be up in here playing games with my Darius. I will fight you. Okay, I'm not even a fighting person. I don't fight people. But I promise you, boy, what year is this? Back in the top of what was it, 2014? It was the end of 2014 or the beginning of 2015 when Darius was given to me. And baby, we went through it over on Periscope. And that baby let everything be known. You know, he was opening up. And, you know, you learn his story. And you be like, you know what? Not on my watch, okay? Nobody else is going to come in here and nobody's going to come in here and mess with my Darius.
Police station. Why am I not in jail? Where's the record? Where's the Okay. Y'all believe anything, child. Okay. Then that's what happened. I saw women.
Five, 6, 7, 8. Why you gotta lie so much? You must wake up and just make up stuff. Cause I just do not understand why. Every time you talk, you tell a quick lie. You and your lies gotta go. Because I'm tired of talking to Pinocchio. Then you had a nerve to look folks in the eyes. Knowing that you telling them lies. You be telling them lies. I asked you about this. Yeah, you lied about it. I asked you about that. Yeah, you lied about it. Get them lies together, they all over the place. I bet if Jesus came back, you a lie to his face. Damn, P-O-G-Yo. I guess you wanna see how far your nose can grow. I said, P-No-G-Yo. I guess you wanna see how far your nose can grow. Now, boo! Let's go. Stop telling all them lies, number one. Let's go. Cause I don't believe that you say at this point. Cause all you do is lie, lie, lie. Lie, lie, lie. Lie, 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 lie. Mama! 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 Mama!
What's up, good Vipo? I was not ready. Happy Monday. Let me know that you can hear me in the chat by typing prayers to the hurricane victims, and let me know where you're viewing from. I am out of breath because I tried to run and get water. I had to hurry up and throw a shirt on. Oh my God. It's been a day. It's been a day. But thank you to the 86% of you who have liked this video and shared it. For those of you who have not, please like the video as soon as you can and share it. It is free to you, but invaluable to me. And as you can see, it was important to me to try to get here as soon as possible. That's why I'm out of breath. So please hit that like button. It's a lot of work, y'all. It's a lot of work. I know it. I make it look easy, but it's a lot of work. So we're gonna end up having to take a mid-show break because a brother got a couple things I got to tighten up towards the end of the show. But so today, what we're gonna do, it's been a while since we have covered Darius Cooks. I had a very interesting conversation. I've been trying to, well, that's not true. I've been wanting to try to catch up on what I've been missing with Darius Cooks with the, you know, it's always something. It's always something. And so I am at least a month and a half or so behind on what's actually happening with Darius Cooks. And so I went into starting to get caught up, and I ended up having a very interesting conversation, which led to this thumbnail of how Darius Cooks' House of Cards is A house of cards, meaning it's gonna fall. Look, a house of cards is not a sturdy, structure. No matter how big, how tall, how elaborate, how pretty it might be, a house of cards cannot weather the storms, especially weathering the storms of investigations and criminal investigations, to be specific, and indictments. We've seen that. We are seeing it. We're seeing it with Diddy. We're seeing it with Mayor Adams out in New York. I'm going to cover some of that stuff tomorrow. We're seeing it with Russell Simmons, who also escaped to Darius Cooks' new home. That's why he, is under the impression that he can also escape there to Bali, Indonesia, to go further than he thinks the hands of the American federal officials can reach. Not the case, though. Not the case. So basically, I put this here as a reminder to some of you, and also Crooks, that these agencies have far-reaching hands, and they tend to collaborate with each other. They tend to have things going on. I won't say too much. But just know that it ain't over. This is going to be interesting. We've been covering this for a couple years. As we know, Diddy has been up to his shenanigans for a couple decades. R. Kelly was up to his a few decades, et cetera, et cetera. Just because somebody is getting away with or appears to be getting away with something doesn't mean that they will never get caught, or that no one is watching while it's still happening. Collecting evidence. Usually the longer they take, the more of a case they are building. The FBI, the feds, they like to build solid cases. They don't just go off VLB videos and the exposing groups. They go deeper than that. Oh, I wish I could tell you everything that was said today, but let's get to the show. Let's get to what we can talk about publicly. Thank you again to the 85% of you who have liked this video. Shout out to my channel members. We got a lot of y'all in here tonight. We got Alice, we got Jackie, Terry Bland, I saw B Hunt, and charges to my head and my eyes and not my heart. If I miss you, Renee, Marianne. I have no idea what this name is, but it's SSINSSG. Hey, friend. I'm gonna have to come up with a nickname for you. And I think I saw Don Smart. Yeah, Don Smart, etc. Okay, so tonight, so what we're gonna do, I'm going to cover in a broad sense some of the things that these agencies look into. So we have the state's attorneys, we have the Better Business Bureau, who I've learned, as much as I was trashing them over the years, like, oh, they ain't nothing, they ain't do nothing. They put out that public notice about him, they ain't do nothing. And people, they ain't do nothing. Well, I was wrong. I guess I didn't know that they have a role to play in all of this as well as the USPS, Postmaster. We know about that as well. Some of y'all don't know. But they have an investigative arm as well. And then lastly, but not least, the Indonesia International Police. They have their own version of an FBI kind of situation. I wonder if they're already primed and ready. Wink, wink. Anyway, poll question coming out for first segment. Once I remember where everything is. Here we go. Do you think that Darius Cooks is lazy and sloppy? And what prompted this question? Charles Stevens posted in the exposed group that a picture of Darius Cooks. Really, it's a screenshot from one of his lives. I'm not familiar with which exact one, but Darius Cooks has been, for those of you who aren't aware, is still out there doing his slanderous restaurant reviews. He is he's traveling within the United States. He's going from different cities, and he's reviewing restaurants and creating YouTube content for it, social media content and YouTube videos for it. And then, like, even right now, he's on his IG lives, and he'll record them, and then he'll give them a sneak peek. And so in this particular video, it's probably a little harder for y'all to see. Well, I guess it depends on the screen you're looking on. But in this particular video, Charles Stevens is pointing out, saying that this fool decided to keep on a grease-stained shirt. If his brand was actually legit, it would still be in the dumpster because he's lazy and dirty. And I just thought this was interesting because it's just another example, and it's very recent. I mean, we have tons of photos of Darius Cooks being, sloppy and greasy looking. And I'm not going to pull them all here, but there are tons of pictures of him. And to me, it speaks to basically the fact that he just doesn't really care. It's a lack of self-awareness. I think, though, that it comes with a level of narcissism and sociopathic behavior when a person doesn't even feel like, and then we're talking about a public figure, allegedly a multimillionaire, who doesn't even feel like he should look presentable. I mean, stains on your shirt, and we've seen worse. We've definitely seen worse. He gets a haircut, and then it's all beard hair, all over his shirt, looking like SOS Brillo pads cut up all over his shirt, and then he's cooking while cooking. And even now, out there, he's sitting there with his with no bra on. I mean, how dare he go in public looking like that? No bra on, itty swinging from left to right. And then he got hair all on him. So when you look at his shirts real closely, you see his hair is so much taco meat that it actually pokes through the shirt. It's nasty. It's disgusting. But he don't care. He don't care. He thinks he's perfect. Closing out this poll question, do you think that Darius Cooks is lazy and sloppy? 98% of you do. 2% of you say, no, he's fine. It's just the way he is. Next poll question we got, do you think, so we have, Darius Cooks is always posting for engagement, social media posts, to drum up engagement. And we know that Darius Cooks will also make up posts or scenarios in order to have something to post about. We know this to be factual, very factual. Here's one that just occurred. I don't know if this was today or just probably maybe today even. Darius Cooks posts this screenshot, and I'm not going to show all the various images, but Darius Cooks posted saying, I posted them in order. As an entrepreneur and a business owner, what's your next response? So allegedly, some potential customer and it was a commercial company, is interested in purchasing his cookware line, something from his cookware line. Why? I have no idea. And allegedly, they want to purchase over 200 items from his cookware line. He, in the email response, directs them to the website to order. They then express to him that we are a company, and so we can't just order on a website. We would need an official invoice in order to purchase the items. And can you send that, basically? So he goes through posting this for engagement. Part of it is like, look how popular I am. People trying to buy 200 pieces of my crop pots and dildos that I just got rebranded at Alibaba. I got my logo stamped on at Alibaba. I don't know if this company knows they can go straight to Alibaba themselves and actually put their logo on it. So my poll question, because with Darius Cooks, you just never, did I end this? Oh, here, I already put it out. Do you think that this email is made up by Darius Cooks? 95% of y'all think it's made up. I don't know. I mean, for me, it's just the fact that everything is for engagement, for clicks and views, no privacy for the potential company, etc. But that's how she rolls. Then along these lines, now that we're talking about the crockpot and dildo line of Alibaba wares that Darius Cooks has been hawking online for about 3 years now. Yeah, about 3 years now. Poll question is, did you know that the BBB put out a public warning about doing business with Darius Cooks? This was approximately in that would have been 2021 if I'm not mistaken. The BBB put out a public warning about Darius Cooks, stating that he had an F rating with them due to not responding to customer complaints, etc. When this was happening in real time, we did cover it, and we've actually talked about it a couple times since. And from what I'm seeing out here on social media, it looks as though Darius Cooks is still not delivering on products and services consistently. It's like a Ponzi scheme. I keep telling y'all that. Some people get it, some people don't. He even the other night, I saw a live where he was talking about one of his followers had ordered 35 times from him since whatever date. And that shows you that he knows his loyal customers. And that's why you'll get the flying ants who are like, everything I order from him, I get, because he makes sure that his loyal followers get their items. Now, if it's your first or second time, all bets are off. Maybe you'll get it, maybe you won't. Depends on how tight his pockets are, I guess. I'm not sure how he decides exactly who gets what. But anyway, the Better Business Bureau did warn people back in 2021. It says current alerts for this business. Oh, no, it was in 2022. Here it is. Alert, it says. On May 19th of 2022, the Better Business Bureau issued a consumer warning regarding the business practices of Darius Cooks LLC. Then they have the link. Now, what I found interesting was when I clicked on the link, the article is gone now. Now, what came to mind when I clicked on it and the article was gone was the conversation I had earlier today. And the conversation I had earlier today is the one that gave me renewed faith in the BBB, the Better Business Bureau, where I was informed that they do more than just take the complaints. And if they don't hear from a scammer, just say, oh, well, they wouldn't respond to us. They do more than that. Let's just say that. So I was like, oh, maybe this was taken down as a part of the investigation that I've been hearing about. So the article is no longer available. However, for those flying ants, they'll be lying. Ain't no public warning. The BBB ain't never put no article out. He couldn't even prove it. He just put up a fake screenshot talking about some 404, talking about some area code. I don't even know what that said, For those who may be doubtful that this actually happened, because, back then they had their blinders on. Master say, ain't nothing happening. He say, Randy Travis a liar. He say the BBB, to BBB them nuts, He say the Black Enterprise is jealous of him, all that. So for them, I was able to find, now the article, I think I have a screenshot somewhere, but I, didn't find it quick enough for this show. But what I was able to find, got to do a screen share on this. Hold on. Oh, wrong button. Hold on. Share screen. We're going to, I need to bring it up first. Here we go. When you go to Fox 5 Atlanta, they still have their article up from May 20th of 2022, where they talk about it. They talk about the BBB warns customers about online Atlanta food personality. They have Darius Cooks and his court appearance mugshot. This is when he was in court for the TPO hearing between him and Melanie Ford, where he lost. Was looking all crazy and goofy. Anyway, the article goes on to say the Better Business Bureau of Metro Atlanta issued a warning about doing business with celebrity online chef based in Georgia. According to the BBB, more than 70 customers of Darius Cooks complained they paid for cookbooks, cookware, or tickets to his Dining with Darius cooking events, but didn't get the products. And they say he ignored their request for refunds. The quote was, the BBB advises customers to use caution when doing business with Darius Cooks LLC, the nonprofit organization warned. The statement also pointed out that none of the complaints were ever answered. And then Darius Cooks' response about this, respectfully, I don't care. Williams told Fox 5 I-Team when asked about the BBB warning. And then they go into other stuff. So, yeah, it happened. It happened. I don't know what else people would need, but there's the proof and the evidence that did occur. I can't wait to see how much he gonna care when he has to answer to this during a legal filing, a legal procedure. We'll see. He gonna be looking just as goofy as he looked in the court mugshot. We still have to do it. We're gonna do a watch party for that. I still haven't done that. So much I still haven't done. So what I thought was interesting as I was looking, originally I was just trying to find an article for those who may not have been aware. Let me see what poll question I got up here. Did you know that the Better Business Bureau put out a public warning about doing business with Darius Cooks? 83% of you did know, 17% of you did not know, but now you are informed. And although the warning has been taken down, it doesn't mean that he's doing great business practices, because what we're going to look at is what's been happening since 2022. People have still been going to the BBB talking about what Darius Cooks, how he hasn't followed through. We got this one from March 13th of 2024. This one, so again, 2 years after, almost 2 years after. People don't be knowing. People don't be online like that. Some people don't believe it until it happens to them, et cetera, et cetera. That's why all I could do is put the information out. Those of us in the coalition, et cetera, we just put the information out. You want to listen, you can listen. If you don't have to. You know, time will tell. You'll see. Some of y'all don't believe nothing until there's a criminal complaint filed in a press conference and all of that. And then y'all like, ooh, what was happening? I heard the rumor. I just didn't believe nobody. I thought everybody was just jealous. I guess we just got to go through the motions. Some of y'all don't believe even after conviction. Person be in prison, y'all say, they just hating on the black man. Free him. Anyway, so on March 13th of 2024, on behalf of my, this person writes, on behalf of my elderly mother who ordered something from this scamming gentleman, she did not receive a refund nor a replacement. She tried to go through her bank to get a refund. She also gone through the shipping company that he uses. That's USPS. She has contacted him multiple times with no resolution. He's not trying to rectify anything. He just wants to be a clown on blank and Instagram and talk someone and laugh at them and say, LOL, that's why you don't have any products. He's done that before too. He tries to, it's amazing to me because lately he's been dragging Jeremy because Jeremy's been having some customer service issues, et cetera, and he's nitpicking at how Jeremy is handling customer service. However, he's done the same and worse. But now he claims, I clap back here, there. I've gotten better. No. This was more than clapping back that you were doing. And he still does it. So they say he laughs at them and says, LOL, that's why you don't have any products and it's not your order. So why do you care? It's my elderly mother. That's why I care. Something needs to be done about him being able to scam people over and over again, especially when it comes to elderly people. Really, especially when it comes to anyone that spends their money. Yes, I'm an advocate for the elderly as well, but everyday working folk need their money too, and the goods and products that they try to purchase. Trying to make sure y'all got the right one on the screen. Here's another one. This was in May 12th of 2023. And keep in mind, because I think some people get locked into the specifics and they get in the weeds with stuff like this, where they're like, well, the flying ants, this is only a handful of people. Everybody not going to be happy. Well, these are the handful of people who actually took it to the level of going to the BBB. And remember, in the article that we just read from Fox 5 Atlanta, who was recounting the Better or quoting the Better Business Bureau's public warning, they said it was over 70 complaints back then in 2022. We reading complaints from after 2022. So now there's even more than the 70 who have gone as far as to go to the BBB. And think about when you've had issues with businesses, etc., how many times you've even gone to that extent to go beyond that business to try to get things resolved. Most people don't go that far. So when people have gone as far as to go to the Better Business Bureau, it's deep. So you got to be at close to 100 at this point that have gone to the Better Business Bureau. Now, it's more than that, because actually we're just, in this particular situation, we're only talking about the cookware line, the cookbooks, and the Dining with Darius Crooks events. These ain't the people who complain about the above 701. That's a whole nother company, a whole nother thread of complaints. Back to this. May 12th of 2023. This person says the data purchase was 4/9/2022. I paid $289 for one ticket to shopdariuscooks.com for Dining with Darius ticket in and whatever that's retracted. Darius committed to providing a 7-course meal on May 6th of 2023. Order number, because y'all, what's that order number? Order number. Every time I ask for the order number, they ain't get no order number. So they give the order number here. It's redacted. On April 28th of 2023, he canceled the dinner. On May 6th of 2023, the day of the dinner, Darius was on live. And on May 6th of 23, laying in bed talking to his fans. Well, he always does it. I sent 2 texts. He didn't respond to my message. He did respond to the text after mine. I think they mean they must have put it in the chat group. So it must have been a chat message. So their dispute. They say, I haven't received a refund nor the transaction info for the refund. As I requested Darius Cooks send me an email with blank refund typed on it without the route or refund order number. Very poor customer service and doesn't try to communicate with customers for refunds. I mean, we told y'all that, but okay. On top of that, and this is just one, I think there's a couple more in here. I thought Darius Cooks said he didn't cancel no events. I had every event. People saying I couldn't pull it off. They like, you sure you gonna do all them days? I did them all, except for these ones you canceled. And there was quite a few. Quite a few. I never tallied. I don't know if anyone ever tallied. I haven't run into it if anyone has actually tallied how many of the events he actually canceled, because there were quite a few. At least probably 20, if not more. Some were like spur of the moment, day of. So this one is from November 5th of 2023. This person says, I purchased a ticket to attend his, I purchased a ticket to attend his event, Dining with Darius Cooks for October 14th at 7 p.m. October 11th, we received an email stating that he had to cancel. That's a different date than the other one. What was the other one? The other one was from May. So he canceled in May. He canceled in October. Myself and my friend purchased tickets. My order number, again, they provided the order number because they don't be providing no order number. I just say that when I say provide an order number, they get quiet. No, you block them. And then you play to your audience to act like they're not responding, but you've blocked them or your moderator has blocked them. It states that refunds will be processed today and that we should get an email when processed. Today is November 4th and still no refund. So that's almost a month later. Almost a month later. And still no refund. I have sent many emails asking for my refund, even a Facebook message asking after he says, ask me anything. That's because you're buying into the smoke and mirror show. That's not real. Oh, you thought it was real. Oh, I told y'all it wasn't real. I have sent many emails asking for my refund, even Facebook message asking after he says, ask me anything. All emails and Facebook have gone unanswered. I'm sick right now because he's on daily living life, knowing he's taking our money and acting like nothing is new. I'm just looking at this person because I'm like, and so what about people that they've been watching him for a decade after he scammed them, acting like ain't nothing happened? You a month in and you going through it because you didn't listen to the people that's been going through it for a decade, watching him live life as if nothing happened after scamming them, stealing people's businesses, lying on them, doxing them, cyberbullying them, and calling them crazy and all that. It's good until it's you, right? They crazy. They just stalking him. They just jealous. They just want to pull a black man down. He got my money there. Oh my God, you scamming me too. No. So, he brags about how much money he makes in a week, but can't refund my money. But you were impressed by that, probably, right? Right? Funny thing is that he sent an email stating he had new merch out. I replied, if I can get refunded, maybe I could buy your new merch. Yeah, this a flying ant right here. This is a flying ant. Still delusional. Okay. Funny thing is that he sent an email stating he had new merch out. I replied, if I can get a refund, maybe I could buy your new merch. I have bought several wine glass sets, lots, some broken and even refunded right away. So confused as to why he chooses to ignore and even refund our money. I read that several others also had this issue. So of course I feel sad buying a ticket knowing this was his norm, I guess. So of course I feel sad buying a ticket knowing this was his norm. I don't know. Yeah, it's his norm. Definitely the norm. This one's from November 2nd of 2023. I purchased 5 tickets for Dining with Darius Cooks on October 13th of 2023. I was sent an email from him on October 11th that he was canceling the event. Is that the same event? That might be the same one, right, y'all? Same date? Let me see. Yes. Okay. Same date, different person. So he's canceling these events. So the one October 11th, this is more than one person who's saying they didn't get their refund. I was sent an email from him on October 11th saying that he was canceling the event. However, on Monday, October 9th, he stated on his live that he was canceling the event because his staff and himself were tired and needed a break. I thought he could handle it. Everybody thought I said I couldn't do all these days. They're like, Darry, you sure you want to do all these days? And I told him I'm Superman. I'm super scammer. And I can do everything. And I did it. But we looking at people saying, I mean, we got proof. We got other proof too. This ain't it. But we got emails of you canceling, you lying, saying stuff and canceling events. The ones that didn't sell out enough for your comfort. You wasn't gonna have a room full of people, so you canceled the whole event for the maybe 10, 15 people that had booked. All of that. He stated because him and his staff were tired and needed a break. That's understandable. However, it would have been nice to inform the folks who were scheduled to attend first, because my 4 friends and I were traveling from blank to blank. He is well aware that people travel to his events. So be mindful and give people ample time to cancel hotels, rentals, and change hotel reservations. He don't care about y'all. When y'all gonna learn? When y'all gonna learn? He don't care about y'all. I reached out in email and no response. We surprised, right? I asked the question on his live about refunds and when we would receive them, and he got nasty per usual and blocked me on Instagram. Per usual means that they have watched him do it to other people, but it wasn't them. So they like, you so funny, Darius Cooks, master. And then it happened to them. Not me, master. You too. You can get it too. It's funny too. It's your turn. All because I asked, did he know when refunds would go out? I contacted him numerous times wanting an update. No response. They be acting surprised. That's the part that it's like, you add yourself to the number. It's thousands of y'all at this point. And then you acting like it's the first time that it's happened. It's literally just, come on, join the crowd. It's literally textbook. All of this is the pattern. It's the pattern y'all have watched with other people, but then when it happens to you, it's like, and he didn't respond, and he blocked me. That's what he does. And then he was on live acting like wasn't nothing happening. It's so frustrating. But it was funny when it was everybody else. Okay. No response. I even received a credit for 1 ticket. Yeah, because he's sloppy like that. What about the other 4 tickets? I have called ShopPay and they have to idea about any refunds. I don't know what that means. I guess no idea about your refunds. I simply want my refund for 4 tickets at blank a piece. When was that again? That was almost a year ago, y'all. Almost a full year ago. Thank you so much, RN Smith friend, for the super sticker. I really appreciate you for that. Then we have, let's see, who is this? On October the 23rd of 2023, this person says, I have been trying to get a refund from them after I sent their product back. I have emailed several times and have gotten no response. I mean, there's no real customer service. You got Tammy, but I don't know. I think Tammy should be going on vacations and stuff. And when Tammy gone, don't nothing get done. Is what I'm hearing. Well, what we seeing. But it's back to business as usual. The luck of the draw. Maybe you'll get a response. Maybe you won't. Maybe you'll get your product. Maybe you won't. Maybe you'll get part of your order. Maybe you won't. Maybe you'll get cyberbullet. Maybe you won't. Maybe you get doxxed. Maybe you won't. So luck of the draw. And y'all love it. This is fun. Yeah. I purchased 2 tickets to Dining with Darius and never received them. Well, you don't actually receive physical tickets, but okay. I reached out to him via all the posted options and contacted information, but received no answer. I have attached my latest attempt. Part of the problem, you look for tickets, but they should have instructions. And I do know, allegedly, there's supposed to be a text message that, well, you're supposed to get email confirmation when they pay, right? And then that's supposed to have the instruct. I don't know, because I ain't never ordered no ticket. But I do know the day of or whatever, then he send out the address or something. And I think a couple days before he do some kind of check-in. I don't know. Again, maybe sometimes he do, maybe sometimes he don't. Because from what I have learned, he was doing them manually, and sometimes he would be forgetting, and he'd be on live like, "Oh yeah, that is right. I'm supposed to send y'all that stuff about to the event tomorrow." So imagine how many times it just didn't happen. Some people say he knew they knew he had the event, and they never got the instructions. They never got their information, but they saw people at the event. They like, I never got my email to tell me where to go. And didn't get a refund either. This person on August the 8th of 2023 says, I purchased 3 dinner party tickets for $289 on April 9th of 2022. I think this is when he first, because I think he put them on sale like April 1st of 2022, something like that. The tickets had the incorrect date. I contacted Darius about the incorrect date on the tickets. He assured me that was the correct date. Not only did I reach out to him via email, but I also had a conversation with him in person where he once again assured me that the dinner party date was correct. Oh, so this was one of the flying ants that actually have interacted with him. That this probably might have been another date. They probably went to multiple, y'all know sometimes they go to multiple dates. I asked him how could the date be correct if he's going to be in a different state on the date of the event. I have numerous emails from me to him about the date where he said the date was correct on the ticket because he ain't checking. He don't really care. Y'all still don't understand. On August 4th of 2023, there was not a dinner party in whatever state, but in another state. I asked him for a refund. He stated numerous of times, no, nor would he change the location on the ticket to a state where he would be on the ticket. So I guess they're like, well, I kept telling him that this date was wrong for this particular state rather. And he kept insisting, no, that's right. That's where I'm gonna be. That you fine, ain't nothing wrong. And then the date happened and he literally was in a different state as she thought he would be. She then says, well, I'm such a fan, and I know mistakes happen, master, this ain't just you not caring, so you could just change the state for me, and I'll go to a different dinner under this same ticket. And he like, yo, get the hell out of my face, hag. Get out of my face, hag. I'm done with you. But I have bought multiple tickets. I go every year, 5,000 a year. I go, master. I'm always trying to touch the hem of your garment, I don't need you. This is a Ponzi scheme. You've just fallen victim to the Ponzi. Goodbye. Not me. Luck of the draw. Luck of the draw. Then we have this one. The initial complaint was on July 25th, 2023. This one goes on to say, in April of 2023, I paid $189 for the Dining with Darius dinner. This is the other thing. Darius Cooks brags about how much money he made with this Dining with Darius Cooks event, how successful they were, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. We know that the original ticket price was $289. This person paid $100 less. We know there have been other discounts as well. He's discounted these tickets throughout the year, even after this massive sale that he supposedly made $1 million over a weekend. Let him tell it. But yet we're seeing people pay $8 or $9 in some cases. Like I got 23 seats left in Cincinnati. You can have them for $8 or $9. Any takers? But it's so successful. When you got a discount like that, that's not a success. In April 2023, this person paid $189, $100 off the original price for the Dining with Darius dinner on Friday, July the 7th of 2023. On Wednesday, July the 5th of 2023, they say, I received an email asking if I was available Saturday, July the 8th of 2023, as they were finalizing their plans. I I told them I wasn't, and on Thursday, July 6th, I was sent an email stating that the refund will be issued. Since then, I've reached out to them several times inquiring and requesting a refund of the $189 that I haven't received or a response. I even sent a message on social media asking if he answers his own emails, and I never received a response. I'm a supporter and follower, and I never thought I had to resort to this just to get my money rightfully refunded to me. You thought you were special, but you're not. You're special to God, you're special to us, but you ain't special to Crooks, is what I'm saying. It says paid for a dinner experience on Friday, July the 7th, and the date was changed because I had previous plans. I wasn't able to attend. I was told that I would be refunded, and we're nearly at the end of July, and that hasn't happened yet. This is truly disheartening and disappointing. I paid for an experience that I have never received, and my hard-earned money should be refunded. This one says, I am a supporter and follower, and I never thought that I would have to resort to this just to get money rightfully refunded to me. How you thought that you're a fan and a supporter, a follower and a supporter, which means you're watching content, I'm assuming, and you're looking at the post, obviously, because you said you posted for yourself to say, hey, where's my refund? And you like, I'm surprised I had to resort to going into social media. You ain't seen them other hundreds of people doing it. And then you get the regular flying ants, the ones that ain't been Ponzi'd yet. Why you over here? Respond to your email confirmation. This ain't got nothing to do with your order. Respond to your email confirmation. Well, they're jumping on social media because he ain't responding to their response. Duh. She's admitting it. She originally did the emails, multiple. He wasn't responding. Last resort, they go to social media. Hey, do you see me? You're ignoring me. Hello? Hello? Master. They doing all that and they getting ignored. What does we got to say? April 4th of 2023, I ordered 2 products from Darius Cooks online and have not received them. I was charged for these items and they have not been delivered, nor have been giving a tracking number. Jesus, these people's writing this. I'm about over it. For these items, I have emailed him several times and have not received an email reply. It's like they're repeating themselves. Same thing. I'm gonna read this one, then we done. This is a long one, so let's see. This might be interesting. This happened on February 6th of 2023. This person says, on about, it's not on about, but anyway, on about January 19th, I made a purchase for 2 as a birthday gift for myself to have a dining with Darius experience. The purchase was made for my birthday, February 6th, at 7 p.m. in my date, and I have been trying to reach out to Darius on multiple occasions prior to, including all day today in regards to tonight's event. Darius was on Facebook Live, and I tried to get his attention multiple times, and he blatantly stated he would deal with the blank comment on another night. It's frustrating because I'm in another state just to see this man who I supported via social media and purchased his cookbooks. I'm out of about $500 and cannot get any communication. His shop.dariuscooks website shows his list for his tour. I would like my money back. I'm very disappointed at the entire lack of communication, lack of notification, and lack of professionalism in addressing situations. They act like this is the first time they've seen lack of professionalism and lack of caring. Huh? But it's funny when it's all the horrible predatory behavior towards the world. It's funny until it's you and your $500. I see how you operate in the world. I am very disappointed at the entire lack of communication, lack of notification, and lack of professionalism in addressing situations. Throughout today, I tried to find many ways for an answer or something from anyone. I even reached out to someone on, and it's redacted, who made a post about the dinner for February 5th. As I checked his page, he was posting, but from GA. This is really ridiculous. I would love my money back. Also, as I upload my docs to this complaint and the site and date stamping it for the following screenshot, whatever. I don't know. That's confusing. Anyway, so what I gather from this, because it ain't 100% clear, what I gather from this, what this person is saying is that they booked for an event. The day of, they're not getting any communication about where the event is supposed to be, because you know that he won't tell them. Now they'll know the city or vicinity, the major city around it. They'll know that, but he doesn't give them the location until hours before, like I think like 4 hours before. So they kind of got to guesstimate where they should go, and then they wait, and they can have anywhere from a 15-minute drive to wherever to an hour plus, depending on traffic or whatever, 2 hours even, depending on what's happening. So this person is saying they got to that destination, that vicinity of where allegedly it was supposed to be held. Darius Cooks wasn't even in that city at all, that state. He back in Georgia. They in a whole different state. So they clear because he's on live in a different state in Georgia. They like, ain't no way he gonna be here tonight for this. So now they trying to communicate to say, hey, what happened? Plus, I need my money back because clearly you're not having an event here. I don't know. Let me see. What's the date on this one? They say this was in February. I feel like last summer, I heard personally, I was at a friend's house gathering here in Chicago, and there was a person there who knew Darius Cooks in real life back in the day. She said her friends had traveled to Sacramento for one of his Dining with Darius Cooks events, and he pulled the same thing on them, where he was on live and the event must have been canceled or something. He acted like no event was even scheduled. They had traveled there from Chicago. And when they were trying to get him, I think it was 4 or 5 of them, they're all trying to reach out. He ignoring all of them. And they end up just having to find something else to do. When I talked to the girl about it, it had been at least a month or 2 later. They had not gotten any communication or refund from Darius Cooks. So that ain't even this same situation. It's not even the same dining event. So he was canceling them left and right. And not some of them he wouldn't make public when he was canceling. He would just act like it didn't exist. So that's how she roll. That's how she roll. Some of us ain't surprised. Poll question coming your way. Have you been scammed by Darius Cooks with his products or services? And then for those of you who, this was part of the conversation I had today as well. For those of you who may have been in the past or will be in the future, for those of you who some of y'all just don't believe fire hot until you get burned. So it is what it is. Y'all grown. Do you. But so you prepared when it happens to you. And it may not happen the first, second, or third time, but whenever it happens to you, here's the information you'll need. I was informed that the Better Business Bureau is still a good place to go, no matter where you're at. You can file a complaint, and these are good for future things that are happening. There's the link there. Save this live, share it, because y'all gonna need this information. Those of you who keep insisting on buying products from this scammer, Y'all gonna need it. He's sitting there today talking about what's on the river, what's on the ocean, what's on the boats that he got coming. He about to hit y'all with these holiday sales, with these 300% off sales, and y'all gonna be this stuff is so good and quality from Alabama. Y'all gonna buy it, send your money there, and some of y'all can get it, and some of y'all ain't. So here's the information for those of you who ain't gonna get it. You got the Better Business Bureau. I just put the link out there. That's where you can file your complaint. Also, the Federal Trade Commission. You can also report the fraud there. So make sure you keep your receipts, all the good stuff, your email communication, and y'all just upload it, send it to them. Because it's gonna be the only recourse y'all getting. I'm just letting you know that. It's gonna be the only recourse y'all getting. Because when I talk about it, I'm gonna make fun of you. I'm just letting you know. At this point, I'm gonna make fun of you, but I'm gonna help you out at the same time. I'm gonna haze you because you're actually getting welcomed into a club. Club people got scammed. So I'm gonna haze you to welcome you into the club, and I'm gonna be helping you out at the same time. So here are the links. Got the Better Business Bureau. You can still send it there. Don't think you're finna get your money back right away. But who knows? They might make him pay restitution when he finally gets convicted. You claims to be a multimillionaire. He might have a couple pennies left after this Bali scam. Maybe Bali won't scam him out of all his money. So it's worth a try. Might take a year, 2 or 3, but you might get something back. Might be a part of a class action. You never know. So go ahead and file. Better Business Bureau, Federal Trade Commission. And then I was also informed that you can file with your local state's attorney. So it depends on what state you're in. So that's why I ain't gonna get that information. But your local state's attorney would also be a good place for you to, file when your turn comes. If you're gonna continue to support, so you're gonna continue to play Russian roulette with your money for these Alibaba wares, the crock pots and dildos. He ain't doing a dining with Darius Cooks events right now. They'll come back when he needs another griff. He got to go revisit. Trust they'll come back eventually. If he ain't in prison by then. Maybe when he get out of prison though, he might, he gonna have to re-up because he's that kind of scammer. He gonna get some time. He ain't gonna get life, unfortunately. He won't get life. He'll get some years, and he'll come out with his new scam, and most likely it's gonna be probably dining with Crooks events or something. So, yeah. So there's our public service announcement. 92% of you have not been scammed. Look at how smart y'all are. I knew I got a smart audience over here. 92% of y'all have not been scammed. I'm one that got scammed, but hey, you live and learn. 8% of us. 8% of us or so, we got scammed. Some of us are trusting. Some of us, it was the first time. Some of us, they didn't know about all this coverage and exposing groups and Twitter and Facebook and the Lipstick Alley and Vail be over here rambling. They ain't know about it. So, and some did know, but they thought they were special. Friend, you realize you're just as normal as the rest of us. You get scammed too. You get a scam. You get scammed. You get scammed. That's how Darius Cooks roll. So anyway, moving on. Do you believe that Darius Cooks pays all his bills? Now we know he don't deliver all of his products. But do he pay all of his bills? Now we know the business, like, personal and business. Let's just go with that. Personal and business. Do you think that Darius Cooks, he always on live. When he ain't on live, he traveling. When he ain't traveling, he, cooking somewhere. He slanderous restaurant reviews. He's just ripping and running and ripping. Don't look like he spent a lot of time taking care of his administrative duties. He don't have an assistant. He don't have a business manager. He only got Tammy working part-time in the crockpot dildo warehouse out there in Atlanta illegally. That's all he got going on. Do you think that this man is responsible enough to pay his bills? Darius Cooks. Well, we got some peeks into this. Now I know way more than this, but I'm just showing. Shit. Oh, this is part of the show I ain't got ready yet. I'm like, where's that? This is when I was rushing. This part I couldn't get in the show. Hold on, y'all. Darius Cooks posted this. What was this, yesterday, y'all, I think? Don Smart said his power got cut off recently. It wasn't his power, friend. It was his gas. So we got here, Darius Cooks posted, sorry, y'all, I was going to cook live, but my gas is cut off for non-payment when no payment was due. My last gas bill was $17. My guess is they cut off the wrong house in the subdivision. Who gas bill $17? What, he got a kitchenette? He got a studio? What they used to call it? Not a studio, but an efficiency unit. He got a tiny house? Because I don't know. I have not. My gas bill is more than $17 even in the summertime. How he got a $17? It has to be an efficiency home or something. Something's got to be going on. Or it's a lie. And do you think it's a lie? Put the word lie in the chat if you think there's 17. His last gas bill was $17. I don't know. Maybe supposedly his house is a decent size. Supposedly it's a townhome, but it's $17. Well, okay. Well, I mean, he don't really be there to cook, but like, wouldn't he be? I mean, you got to take showers, but maybe he don't really do that from what y'all be saying. Like $17. He says, my guess is that they cut off the wrong house in the subdivision. Okay, girl, whatever. At any rate, they won't be out until Monday sometimes to cut it back on. Don't worry, the tankless hot water heater and my clothes dryer are electric. At any rate, I guess you'll have to wait a few more days for cooking live. Oh, and LA, I'll be there Tuesday instead of Monday. So who knows with that? Anything's possible. I know some people act like every single thing he says is a lie because 90% of it is. I get it. But sometimes, stuff happens. So I'm like, I don't know. The $17 thing stuck out for me. It was like, sound like you're lying now. Sound like you're lying now. Many of y'all look like y'all saying he lying too. Okay. Then, okay, so again, this is where it's like, well, Crooks, you have been known not to pay your bills for even your housing. So it makes it hard to just believe that this truly was, cut off for $17. And you said it wasn't even due yet. Probably $1,700. Probably $1,700. Because I got a feeling the way he rips and runs, he probably forgets to pay a lot of his bills. One reason I say that is because this was, did I pull that part up? I don't think I did. This was back in 2021. This was on Twitter where they were tracking that Darius Cooks owed his real estate taxes, his property taxes, that he hadn't paid them. And at that time, he owed $8,373.04 for his taxes on his home in Houston, the one he was living in, because it was his only home, primary home. Then Darius Cooks got wind that was floating around on Twitter, that people had noticed that he hadn't paid his property taxes. They were overdue. So as of April of 2023, he went on ahead and hurried up and rushed and paid his tax bill for his property taxes. Well, look like the gas bill ain't the only thing that ain't paid current present day. The $17 on the gas bill look like he also owes taxes again. And this time on his house. And this time, there's penalties because he's late again. What multimillionaire can't pay a little measly $8,000 tax bill? He always running around talking about how rich he is and how low brow everybody else is. He's showing not even a good month or two ago, I caught a little live where he's showing his deed to his house. I don't got no mortgage. My house is paid for. Well, Negro, your taxes ain't. And do you understand that if you don't pay your taxes, they can confiscate your home? Huh? It ain't really yours. It's yours. But if you don't pay them taxes, it ain't yours no more. You do know they have executive eminent domain over your property. So the state can take your property, or the county can and will. The tax assessor, they will take your property. They will take it. And you're about to lose it for $8,000. So go ahead and pay this too. Mr. Richie Rich. You get online, and this is the thing. This here it is. So I don't want people to think like, oh, Vail so judgmental. No, life happens to people. I know people. I had clients lose their house through taxes. That stuff ain't funny. Life happens to people. Family members, foreclosures, all that. I ain't laughing at that stuff. But when you get somebody who is so just egregiously narcissistic and petty and constantly bragging about how much better they are than everybody else, and then when you look behind the facade, that life look like everybody else's. So quit hating on everybody. He's sitting there dragging the turkey leg hut owners for their troubles. A couple years ago, he was begging to get in there. Anybody could get me past this line. Anybody know the owners? Now, and for those of you who know the turkey leg, and we'll cover that later in depth. I ain't have time to dig into that. We'll cover that in depth. But any of you who know of the Turkey Leg Hut in Houston know that it's an extremely popular restaurant, more popular than anything Darius Cooks has ever put his hands on as far as restaurants. He was jealous of that. So the fact that now, they've had a divorce and all this other contentious stuff happening and all their business drama is coming out, and now the restaurant was closed due to health inspection and all this other stuff. Oh, he is gleeful because he was jealous and envious of it. So now it's falling apart, and he just, yeah, this is so great. Like, hateful. Meanwhile, you're a multi-millionaire sitting over there with an unpaid $8,000 tax bill. Well, now you owe Crooks, just because you may not notice. You get so busy scamming the internet. I know you get it's overwhelming. You got a lot going on with scamming and your false facade and smoke and mirror show. It's a lot to keep up with. I understand. And you don't have nobody helping you because you're so busy trying to keep the scampire and the house of cards going that you forget bits and pieces. It's just too many, you got too many balls in the air. And I ain't talking about the man balls you pay people for, but you got too many balls you're juggling. So what you need to know is your original bill for the 2023 year of taxes was $7,518.01. Well, now they've assessed you with penalties and interest. So that's an additional $1,503.60, plus collection penalties, because they're going to charge you for the administrative fees for the collections piece of it. Because now they're like, Negro, if you don't pay us, we're going to take this property. So then you owe an additional $1,325.14. I thought you was such a brilliant businessman. Why are you giving the state $2,800? You're just wasting money. You're giving them $2,800 for free. That could have been another tummy tuck something. Get one of them old crusty toes fixed or something. You're just wasting $2,800. But anyway, your total now is $10,346.75. So you might want to go ahead and, like you said, when you got fined by the state of Georgia for $145,000 and some cent, you said, and I just wrote the check, which is a lie. We know you were on a payment plan. I got the whole complaint with your payment plan in there. So I already know that's a lie, but everybody else don't. But anyway, go ahead and write the check like you claimed you did that $145,000. It's only $10,000. Go and take care of that. And then the people on Twitter, they're going to track it, and then we'll know you paid it. What has your life become, Crooks? Man, I had such hope for you, too. I had such hope for you. Your life is a joke. Anyway, Poll question, we're closing out. Do you believe that Darius Cooks pays all of his bills? 95% of you said, nah, hell no. Absolutely not. 5% of y'all, no, he pays all his bills, until y'all just saw this. And then y'all go see what I'm finna talk to y'all about next. He does not pay all of his bills. We ain't even getting into, because I ain't finna do no deep dive, I ain't trying to be on here all night. I got a life to live. We ain't even get into the lawsuits of the bills he ain't paid. Got the pergola guy for his house. Got the interior designer for Greens and Gravy. You got the owner of property owners of the Soul Crab Atlanta sued him. You got U.S. Food sued him because he didn't pay that invoice either. You got who else was that? Name them, y'all. Y'all know them. Eventbrite for the, I think that was 2017 scam of the Dining with Darius Cooks event that he had canceled due to his mental health disorder during that time. Hold on, I got too many characters. I knew this was gonna be too many characters. Okay, this will help. There we go. Poll question. Did you know that Black Enterprise published 2 articles exposing Darius Cooks' scams and predatory practices? Did you know that they published not 1, but 2 articles exposing Darius Cooks and all of his sassy ways? Did you? So in one of part of the part 2 of the article, the recipes and receipts that Kia Morgan Smith, who was the digital editor-in-chief of Black Enterprise at that time, she's moved on to, I forgot which, I think it might be the Grill, but I could be wrong. But she's moved on to another, no, I don't know if it was Grill. But anyway, she's moved on to another media company. But anyway, when she was at Black Enterprise, she did this amazing expose on Darius Cooks when he was trying to lie and act like we were the liars as he was still building his house of cards. And she blew on him a little bit, and they wavered a little bit. They ain't fall completely, but they was rocking. They was rocking from this article. During this article, just a little snippet of it, because we're talking about Darius Cooks not paying bills, right? Although he's so rich, man, I'm not paying the bills. Can you pay my bills? Can you pay your telephone bill? Can you pay your gas bill? Can you pay your taxes bills? Sorry, y'all just made that up off the cuff. Here we go. And Black Enterprise been a little petty, I just noticed too. I'm gonna see if it's still working when I get to it. So Black Enterprise, when Kia Morgan Smith did this article, Darius Cooks not only does not pay his bills at his own house, and this again, these are during the time periods where he was claiming to be a multimillionaire. Not the time before that I know about, that he was broke and had filed bankruptcy 2 or 3 times. I can't remember now. It's at least once, but I think it was 2 times. I know of once, and I think another one happened, and through the background check that somebody sent me, I saw that one. Evictions, I think it's 4 evictions or so, probably more than that, but 4 that I know of. Repossession of cars. And again, life happens to people. I'm not sitting here judging. Some of y'all been through this stuff, and I'm not, no, that's not what I'm doing. I'm talking about the sassy Crooks who acts as if he has been born with a silver spoon in his mouth, sitting there pursing his lips like he's so important now, like I've always been rich. I don't know what you peasants deal with. I've always made amazing decisions financially. I'm so intelligent. I've just been the best. I'm so smart. I've made no mistakes. Like, that's what I'm talking about. That's why I'm running down this ish to say, girl, get off that pedestal. Get down. Get down. You don't belong up there. Get down. That's why I'm doing this. Anyway, receipts. So in the Black Enterprise article, it goes on to say, this is, again, just a snippet. A former kitchen manager at Soul Crab Atlanta who spoke to Black Enterprise on the condition of autonomy said she ran Soul Crab Atlanta Fort Williams and experienced hell and even had to take money out of her own pocket to keep up operations. Now, she works for a multi-millionaire, Sassy Crooks. Why she got to take money out of her pocket? I thought he's so brilliant. I thought everything he does with his businesses, they made so much money, and he's such an amazing manager and CEO, and he has all this experience in HR. If you got experience with HR, why the hell are your employees taking money out of their pocket to keep your business running? The employee explained that Soul Crab Atlanta was so dirty and rat infested. Now, this girl will complain, sorry, Darius Cooks will complain about a moth in somebody's restaurant and a crust on a plate. Now, again, I'm saying you can't send your food back for that, and things happen. But rat infested and dirty, I got pictures. I ain't finna dig into all that right now. I got the pictures of the dirty Soul Crab Atlanta kitchen. Filthy. Oh shoot. Let me see if I got it handy. I was gonna skip it. While we're on it, hold on. Let me see if I pull it up quickly. I was just looking at it the other day. I was like, this is nasty. See how good here we go. My archive's getting better and better, y'all. Ooh, Crooks. Ooh, when they get ready to indict you, FBI, if y'all need any receipts and stuff, I got them over here for y'all. Just letting y'all know. Okay, let me share the screen. Let me see if this don't work the way I think it will. Will it? Sure will. There you go. Look at God. Won't he do it? Take that down first. This is what the employee in this article we're reading about. Again, there's so many receipts. So many receipts. We don't have to lie to kick it over here. We don't have to lie to kick it. Now, this is showing you, this is Soul Crab. This is a little kitty chalkboard. This is how professional she is, though. Darius Cooks. This is how amazing his multi-million-dollar restaurant is, that he got literally a kid's easel. Then like a preschool easel. The furniture I had at my daycare center is higher quality than this. I wouldn't even dare put this around my kids. Anyway, so Soul Crab rules. Credit cards only. No cash. Card only. They got it more than once. No split checks for parties of 4 or more. Line starts here. Got their hours. No waiting inside. You got to wait outside in the elements. No exceptions. I don't care how cold it is. Oh, that's so professional. Get your ass out there. I don't care about you. Wait your ass outside. Could you imagine going to her? See, that's already, your first impression is already like, because me, I'll be like, I can't do it. I can already see the tone here. Customer don't come first here. No waiting inside, no exceptions. No matter if it's raining, storming, a hurricane, I gotta stand outside. Your food ain't that good, salty ass food. Here's the kitchen sink. This ain't even a real sink though. They look like the hand washing sink, so you shouldn't even have this stuff in there. This too little to be the actual sink, the dishwashing sink. But you see how nasty it is. And some people will say, the ant people, the ant flying ants. Our Darius Cooks, he wasn't cooking in there. Him staff. That's what he was saying. It wasn't no good staff up there in Atlanta. That's why he said he ain't gonna never open no restaurant in Atlanta again. Never mind the fact that they actually took his license in the state of Georgia and said he can't run no business, have a business license in Atlanta. That ain't the reason though. He said he ain't gonna run it there because ain't no good people working in Atlanta. Nobody there to hire. So that's what they'll say. That's just the staff doing all that. What I'm here to tell you is this is Darius Cooks' level of cleanliness. This is what his house sinks look like the 10 plus years I knew him. Now this But again, now this could go either way. This could help the flying ants be like, oh, see, we told you he had horrible staffing. They sitting there smoking that chronic in the kitchen and cooking with them people's stuff. So his staff, I mean, it's poorly ran, is what we're looking at, because again, we're talking about Darius Cooks, who claims to be such a brilliant businessman, and that he can go across the country and slander all kind of restaurants for anything. Oh, that cashier had a nasty attitude. Oh, they gave me some boxed mashed potatoes. Oh, they didn't make these string beans from scratch. Like, he doing all that. But when you ran your restaurant, your people was back there smoking the chronic. And you can't get no grace to these people who running these businesses, because you couldn't keep them from smoking chronic. I know some of y'all make fun of chronic, not chronic. Y'all know I'm old. You couldn't say, plus it's more appropriate for YouTube. You couldn't stop them from smoking chronic in your place. That's how poorly ran it was. This is a long shot of the kitchen. Just disgusting. What's this going on in the middle of the flow? Is that one of those drains? Because if that's the drain, it's like they never clean the drain. It's like stuff caked in on. That's got to be the drain, I think, the floor drain. It's like stuff caked on. You could tell they're not scrubbing that floor every night. Now, I worked as a kid, as a teenager, I worked in fast food. I worked for Checkers, Riley's to some of y'all. We used to have to scrub that floor every night. We mopped and scrubbed the floor. You can tell this floor ain't been mopped and scrubbed. Not nan bit. Disgusting. But when you think about it, for those of you, because some people, again, the flying ants. But again, that wasn't him. That was that horrible Atlanta staff he had. Because they not clean people in Atlanta. He said you can't hire no people in Atlanta. Yeah, but how do we explain that when we saw him cooking making biscuits, earlier this year at the kitchen comeback at Chantel's Just Until restaurant, and he was in charge of that? Why did her kitchen start to look just like this as he was cooking? Why was there raw chicken stacked on stuff? I'll show y'all that in a minute too, because we got our archives. Why they got a bottle of ketchup just randomly sitting here? Heinz ketchup. Nasty, just nasty. And is that a lampshade? Oh no, there's like meat grinders sitting on top of the oven over there. But this is Darius Cooks' level of cleanliness or lack thereof. This is why he was failing health inspections, for those of you who are wondering. Here's another part of the kitchen. Disgusting. You can tell this ain't like one busy day. This is, we never clean up. We just do enough to get the food out. There's no level of organization. Why they got all these random buckets down here? Are those the actual pots on the floor too? This is why they were failing health inspections. This is Darius Cooks' restaurant. But again, a person who ran a business that looks like this, or looked, again, before it got closed down, looked like this, is going around the country as if he's Ramsey Gordon. Oh. And then when you call him out on it, he show you a pill bottle and say, I got mental health issues. You ain't allowed to talk about this. Let me show y'all. What was I about to show y'all? Oh, the Chantel Just Until. Let me see if I can pull this up real quick. At least the raw chicken's sitting out there. Came right up. Look at God. Ooh, y'all ain't ready for this new system? Well, it ain't new, but y'all ain't ready for the organization that I've been slowly putting together over the. Y'all be thinking I'll be disappearing, not doing nothing. I'll be back behind the scenes. There's so much behind the scenes work. But this is Darius Cooks back in January at Chantel's Just Until doing the kitchen comeback. Darius Cooks was in charge of the cooking. He was there every day. Supposed to be a 3-day event. He could only last 2 days because he ain't used to really working or running a restaurant. He ran away from his own restaurant and had his friend Christy from Chicago and his chef friend and his wife come in from Chicago to run the restaurant because he couldn't run it. And that was within 2 weeks. Chantel's Justin Till, he couldn't even do 3 days. Renee is saying, what the F is that, y'all? Renee, that's supposed to be chicken. That was the chicken that they was, I think that was supposed to be the jerk chicken. Just the pans just laying out like that. And they wasn't just out like, oh, he about to put them in. For one, he got one pan on top of the meat. That's cross-contamination. Because where was the bottom of that pan? Well, actually, it's 2 pans on. But one is the bottom of the aluminum pan is touching the chicken. Y'all know that the likelihood that the bottom of that pan was sitting on some other surface prior to going on top of that chicken is about 100%. So whatever, and obviously he ain't cleaning every surface and all that. That's all on top of them people's chicken. How many of y'all had bubble guts after going to that event? I'm curious. Let me know. Send me a DM. Did you get bubble guts? Trying to see if I had this spurred them on the fly. So let me. Here's another picture. This Darius Cooks cooking. Somebody pointed this out. This again, Chantel's Justin Till. Because some people again, I'm showing the Soul Crab Atlanta picture. He wasn't there. Well, this is where he was. I'm showing you a pattern. I'm showing you what his restaurant that he owned, that he revisionist history is talking about how great it was. Now that you ain't got no proof, like you can't actually go there, he done made it like some dream state of the epitome of what a restaurant should be. In reality, it was nothing like that. It was your standard ghetto soul food hole in the wall. It just looked aesthetically pleasing in the dining area. That was about it. Behind the scenes, you had him snorting, wiping his nose and not washing his hands. Somebody doing a comparison of I don't know the name of this chef. It's not coming to me, but if y'all know the name of the other chef, but they're comparing him to one of the younger chefs that are out there versus how he cooks, blowing his nose over the food on live during the kitchen comeback. Guess I could do it like this. This is him. This is back when Corey was still working with him. Corey got a camera all over the food. Look how nasty it is around there. Just cluttered. Anyway, enough of that. Let's get back to this article. I know. That he perfect. Why you be trying to make it like he not perfect? He the ish. What was that girl saying a few weeks ago? I did that. We watched that live. We did a watch party, and the girl was talking about, yeah, it's because you the ish. Maybe a piece of ish, but he is, and he is ish, but he is not the ish. Anyway, you the goat, Darius. You the goat of gaslighting, yes. So this employee, is that back up? Yeah. The employee explained that Soul Crab Atlanta was so dirty and rat infested. And now we see why. Do y'all believe? Put in the chat if you believe. Yes, if you believe that environment I showed y'all, the Soul Crab Atlanta, was rat and could be or was rat infested. Put a yes in the chat. If you don't think so, if you think a place could look like that and not have no rats, rat infesting, whatever, be rat infested. Put a no. If you feel like no, that's acceptable. My kitchen look like that. Your kitchen look like that. The employee explained that Soul Crab Atlanta was so dirty and rat infested that it couldn't pass several state inspections. Of course. And we have those failed inspections too, and they actually list out the issues. I've done that before, I'm pretty sure. I think I have. The employee said she worked hard with her crew to keep things above board for inspections while Williams was away on vacations, but still couldn't get up to code because he cut corners. Still does that to this day. That's nothing new. He's been doing that as long as I've known him. Once he got into the entrepreneur world. They were quoted as saying, "I'm patching stuff up. I got my whole crew in there on a Monday, cleaning and doing everything. And Darius is on vacation in Dubai. And literally, I'm in charge of a whole damn restaurant with 30 freaking employees. And you in Dubai, and we've got a major inspection tomorrow, and you're overseas." The anguish the former employee said. They were also quoted as saying he was so focused on getting Soul Crab Chicago going, not realizing that Soul Crab Atlanta was failing. But I keep telling y'all that. That is why he closed Soul Crab Chicago and Greens and Gravy when he was forced to close Soul Crab. Actually, he was forced to close at Greens and Gravy too, because they wouldn't issue any more business licenses in the state of state of Georgia rather. But the reason he closed Soul Crab Chicago, because it wasn't connected to those, is because of the fact that it was floundering. It wasn't going to be a success. He was robbing Peter to pay Paul to keep all these restaurants going. Without the other two to float Chicago, it was going to die anyway, so he just let it go, which is why he owed rent. $50-some thousand in rent he owed them. I still don't know what happened with that lawsuit, though, because we followed it for a little bit, and then it just kind of dropped off. The manager quoted as saying, "We serve people and we have a rat problem," she admits. It's like when you really... And he walks around here judging other people's Black-owned restaurants, giving them zero grace. Zero grace. And you had a rat infestation problem. And other quality issues. But we ain't done, because all that I just went through wasn't even the purpose of me pulling this article. Now we're getting to the purpose of me pulling this article, because we're back again to the unpaid bill. All of that plus unpaid bills. So let's get to the unpaid bills. The employee explained that as the storm was brewing inside of the restaurant with the state on the case, again, the state was on that restaurant. I told y'all this before. And angling to shut the grimy food spot down, as he's making fun of and talking about the Turkey Leg Hut in Houston for getting shut down, but his restaurant was going to meet the same fate as for being shut down due to health code violations, had it not been closed due to the above 701 scam where they just snatched his business licenses. And that's why I've said before many times, either way that restaurant was going down, those restaurants were going down either through health inspection violation or what ultimately happened from the above 701 scam where they just took his Georgia business licenses. But and again, this is like how woo he is. If you've been through that, why would you laugh at someone else who is currently going through a similar situation? Why would you be gleeful of that? How dead are you inside to get joy out of somebody else's suffering that you went through? You just escaped it. So because he escaped, he feels superior to everyone else. It is, I don't know. It's really odd and sad. She goes on to say her only option was to talk to Williams through Skype and video messages. And she was quoted as saying, "And so when the people, aka the health inspectors, came in, they failed it," she said. "His license wasn't up to par. He owed almost $25,000 to the light department. So when they handed me the letter saying the lights were getting ready to get cut off, $25K or we were cutting the lights off, I told my crew to go home. Cut them off," is what she told them. Remember, let Darius Cooks tell the story now. And I got clips. We ain't got time to pull all that together today. Darius Cooks bragging about how successful his restaurants were, how much millions he made from his restaurants. But you're getting lights turned off during business hours while your employees are there for a $25,000 light bill. Make it make sense. And then $25,000 ain't for 1 month past due. You ain't paid that light bill in probably 3 to 6 months. Probably 3 to 6 months you ain't paid that light bill. But I don't even know if he actually was in Dubai. He claims he never been to Dubai. So wherever he was, but he was obviously out of the country. They may have gotten the country wrong, the employee. She continues, he's done so many people wrong that karma is biting his ass right now. He's left so many people stuck, not just Soul Crab Atlanta. You left Soul Crab Chicago stuck. You left Greens and Gravy stuck. 3 restaurants. You left them people with no paychecks for months. That tell me he was he paying them prior to it closing? Now I'm questioning that. It took them threatening to sue you before you even gave them an allowance because it wasn't their full paycheck. Oh, how I've been skipping this. This ain't them. This ain't that person just talking about how he didn't pay after he closed. This is them saying that even while they were open, they weren't getting their checks regularly and full checks. He was doing the same. Wow. Like when you really think about how he goes in on the turkey leg cut, it's literally mirroring his business experience with his restaurant. But now you're making fun of them. Now you're degrading them. Oh, we got to talk about that more. That's going to have to be our next show. So I can show y'all all the videos he's done on the turkey leg hut in Houston and been dragging them and talking about how bad of business people they are. And yesterday, he was saying how they ain't smart if they didn't have it as a corporation. If they had it as an LLC, they dumb. Well, I ran into today just pulling stuff for y'all. Darius Cooks was at DariusCooks.com or whatever he called it, was an LLC too. He changed it. So you dumb too? Because you had an LLC too. And he was saying, yeah, because see, if they have as a corporation, then they not personally liable for when when people start suing, they can just walk away from everything because it's just the company getting sued. He should know, right, y'all? He should know. Because that's what happened with the landlord for Soul Crab Chicago. I'm sure the U.S. Foods thing, maybe even Eventbrite. That could be why he changed his. You know how things start to come together the more I start thinking about this stuff. That could be why he changed his corporation from an LLC to an S corp or whichever kind of corp he got. That could be why we're not seeing things from these creditors. Interesting. She said it took them threatening to sue you before you even gave an allowance because it wasn't their full paycheck. Because, right, she's saying an allowance, which makes me say allowance means it was recurring. Unless you just use it in proper terms. Allowance wouldn't be your final payment. So you just gave them whatever the hell you wanted to give them. The hell with my payroll. Hell with everything. Right. The hell with my payroll. So he wasn't paying attention to what the payroll was actually saying they were due. He was giving them whatever amount he wanted to. But he's so rich. He was robbing Peter to pay Paul, including the employees. Another former employee, a line cook at Soul Crab Atlanta, who also spoke on the condition of anonymity, said she has 2 children who were 5 and 17 years old at the time and was left nearly homeless after Williams shuttered Soul Crab Atlanta suddenly. She says she was quoted saying, "I literally had to move out of my place and go stay with somebody," she said. "I went from being a line cook to a shift leader, making good money, to having nothing." The former employee asked, how he didn't do wrong when he just closed the business at 5 o'clock in the morning when I was literally getting ready for work. I don't know. I don't know what to say, y'all. closing out this poll question. Did you know that Black Enterprise published 2 articles exposing crooks, scams, and predatory practices? 60% of you did know. 40% of you did not know. That's because it's 2 years old. And see, that's why I had to repeat this stuff, because people don't be knowing. People don't be knowing. And we've talked about this stuff a few times. People don't be knowing. Oh, this was something I noticed. Let me see if it's still here. With Black Enterprise, looked like they were feeling a little petty when it comes to Darius Cooks. Oh, I forgot all this stuff didn't get pulled in. Oh, here it is. Here it is. They now have a poll, like a trivia poll for Darius Cooks. And I clicked on it when I was pulling stuff, the screenshot for y'all for just that section of the article, because it's long as hell, the article, the original article. Some of y'all know because we actually read it. Share it this way. So in the article, they have a poll, and I answered one, and I got the wrong answer according to them. And it was saying something like, what is Darius Cooks known for? And it was like not paying employees, I think not delivering orders or something or other. And they had it on here as not paying employees. I was like, it was really all of the above, and they didn't give that answer. But anyway, I thought it would be fun if it was still here, and it is, to see if they have multiple poll questions here. So this is because when I answered that first one, then this one popped up, and I said, well, I'm gonna wait, and now I'll see. Let's do this together. Oh, let me enlarge it though. It's kind of tiny on y'all side. There we go. Let's take the Black Enterprise Darius Cooks trivia poll. All right. Which popular Food Network star has spoken out against what? I feel like this is so petty on the part of Black Enterprise. They got a poll about his scamming. I love it though. Y'all know I love petty. Which popular Food Network star has spoken out against Williams? Y'all put y'all answer in the chat. Y'all can put initials. Is it Rachel Ray, Bobby Flay, Sonny Anderson, or Guy Fieri? Which popular Food Network star has spoken out against Williams? Like most of y'all are saying, Sonny. Look like all y'all saying Sonny Anderson. That would be correct. Okay, they got this correct. Now I want to enter and do nothing. Let's see. Okay, that was it then. They only had 2 of them. I answered one already. Oh no, it's more. Okay, good. I'm glad I kept clicking. All right. Oh, this is gonna be fun. All right. Which one of the businesses that Darius Cooks Williams owned that abruptly closed? Was it Soul Crab Atlanta? They said abruptly closed. Soul Crab Atlanta, Gourmet Pizza Co., Sweet Treats Bakery, not Center Treats that he stole from Danny Rose, Sweet Treat Bakery, or Urban Bistro? Which was one of the businesses that Darius Cooks Williams owned that abruptly closed? All right, look like most of y'all are saying Soul Crab Atlanta. All right, we got it. We got it again. Let's see if we get another one. They not done. Y'all ain't got. I'm sorry. This shit is funny. Y'all, Black Enterprise, y'all fool for this one. Oh, Jesus. I shouldn't be having this much fun on the internet. How much was Darius Cooks Williams ordered to pay in a settlement agreement related to his illegal credit repair business? This is from a legitimate media outlet. They just like, girl, you played in our face. We ain't done. Y'all put y'all answer in the chat. Look like most of y'all are saying 145,750. That is correct. We got 5 points. They not done. This is fun as hell. Okay. Which of the following did Williams reportedly use out of spite, according to the Kitchenista? Was it a trademarked recipe? Was it a trademarked name, a business logo, or a cooking technique? Which of the following did Williams reportedly use out of spite, according to the Kitchenista? I need a little soundboard here. Let's see. I'm saying name. Let me see. Can I click on the chat at the same? Yeah, I think I'll be able to do the chat at the same time. Okay, I'm saying a lot of name, trademark name. Y'all say name. Okay. Yeah, I actually agree. Let's see. Trademark name. All right, we got another 5 points. How far does this go, y'all? I wonder how many questions is it? How many did we do so far? Is that 3? Is that 3 or 4? Well, technically, I did one without y'all when I realized this petty poll existed, or trivia game. Anyway, how many followers does Darius? Not now. We're not updating nothing. Now get out of here. Yes, cancel that. How many followers does Darius Cooks Williams have across social media platforms? Is it one? Now, when we say across, that's the Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Well, not Twitter. Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, I think would be all of them. Is it 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, or 4 million? How many followers does Darius Crooks have across social media, all of his social media platforms? Sockstop says bots or real followers or bots include. I think we're supposed to include all of it. Bots and real people. Bots and real people. How many followers across social media platforms? Because those, the follower counts, it doesn't know the difference. So bots and real people. Now this, I'm not sure what they're going to say. I see, let me see what y'all saying. Looks like I'm thinking they're going to say 3 million. But I see a 2 million here. I see a 2 million there. It says, who cares how many followers? I mean, we don't care, but the poll cares. the trivia game. 2 million. I'm going to go with the most popular answer from y'all. Y'all say 2 million or 4 if it's bots. Look like 2 million. It's more y'all are saying 2 million, I think. I think it's 3, but I'm going to go with 2 because it's majority of y'all saying 2 million. Yep. It was 3 million. 3 million. Feels like I've had that, heard that number more often. So it was 3 million. Y'all messed up. I should have went, but I'm gonna go with the answers. I think I'm trying to have a perfect score. I'm supposed to have a perfect score. Says, what is the hashtag that emerged related to the allegations against Williams? So what hashtag is connected to Darius Cooks and his predatory practices, his scamming, his sassiness, his cyberbullying, his trolling, his predatory practices, his everything. His horrible cooking, his nastiness, his nasty attitude, his fake events, his smoke and mirror show, his IG live. What hashtag can you find all of that under? Is it Darius scams? I like that. Darius scams. I like that. Darius fraud. Hashtag Darius crooks. Or hashtag Darius con artist. I kind of like that too. It's just a little bit of a tongue twister. Hashtag Darius kind of, but I really like Darius scams. We already know the answer to this. Y'all better know the answer to this. If you're looking for hey, you there said hashtag baby got back. It is hashtag Darius Crooks, of course. If you did not know, this is where you can find. I think that's it, y'all. That was fun. Y'all should have had more on there. What was that? Probably like 5 questions, maybe I don't know. That was fun. Now I'm disappointed it's over. I could have went for at least a good 15 to 20 of them. Maybe I'm probably going to create our own trivia. Let me put it in the post. Should I create Our own trivia game. And I got a way to do it too, y'all. Like I do over there on Patreon when we do game night. Maybe I invite everybody over to game night. We'll see. I'll figure it out. Oh, I'm hitting the wrong thing. Should we do a Crooks trivia game? Should we do a Crooks trivia game? Let me know in the poll. If the majority say so, I'm gonna put something together. Probably do it on a Friday or something for a Foolishness Friday. That'd be fun. I'm trying to think, but it's only 10 that could play that at a time. I'll figure it out. Okay. And wait, is that everything? Yes, that was everything. So again, Darius Cooks has a track record of not paying his bills, even after he's claiming that he's a multimillionaire. Still not paying his own bills to keep a roof over his head. Well, I guess he's so focused on Bali now. Maybe he planned on living in a restaurant in Bali. It looked like the only place he might be sending money to. I believe that his money is very tight right now as well, honestly. Which could explain why he's not paying. Is that why you're not paying your property taxes, Crook? Poll question coming out. We on our last section. How long? Oh, we've been on 2 hours. Maybe we on our last section. That might have been it for the night, y'all. We're gonna do a quick little overview. I ain't gonna go too in depth. Should we do a Crooks trivia game? 97% of you say yes. So yeah, we'll put something together. We'll put something for Foolishness Friday. Next poll question coming out. We're just gonna revisit this real quick, and I'll probably dig a little deeper in another live, maybe our Foolishness Friday or something. Because pull it in to the show. We've talked about this before. Let me see. Where is it? Here it is. We've talked about this before. I'm curious. Poll question that just went out. Did you know that a drama calendar had been created to track Darius Cooks, his drama, all that he is up to throughout each year? If I'm not mistaken, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong in the chat, but I think this is the 3rd year. It's definitely at least the 2nd year, but I almost feel like this might be the 3rd year that they've been creating. I don't know who. I should have paid attention to who where I screen grabbed this from. I know it was in one of the exposed groups, but I don't recall who. I don't know if it's a specific person who's doing this or not, like off the top of my head. So credit to whoever puts this together. But I think they've been doing this for 3 years now. So as of this year, what they do each month is they track the biggest drama biggest episode of that particular month. So for this year, and the thing about Darius Cooks is every single month he gives something. Every month. They don't have to search hard to figure out what it's going to be. January of this year, it was the kitchen comeback drama with Chantel's Justin Till. Then in February, that's when he was cooking up the Three Kings tour, and he had that Hennessy laden menu that was, for the end of this year, for near the end of late December, we're gonna do a show where I go in depth on each one of these and show images and all that. We may show some clips and all that. Might have to be a 2-3 parter, and no telling though. But anyway, that was when he had that horrible Hennessy menu, and then he got mad at everybody because they was like, "Wow, there's Hennessy everywhere. I'm doing a brand deal. You don't know nothing about no brands." And then Hennessy laughed at him. Nobody gonna work with you, you scammer. Then in March, that's when the event got canceled. It failed miserably. They did the Q&A, and they were talking about how y'all just want us to fight, and y'all want it to fail, and blah, 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 and y'all ain't gonna get what y'all want, because we friends, we buddies, our friendship run deep. Next thing you know, they falling out. Darius Cooks been dragging Jeremy for since March. since March. Every time he can, he dragging Jeremy. Now they've Jeremy is finally responding online. Talking about, I don't know why that man keep messing with me. Blah blah blah. I ain't said never said nothing negative about him. I don't know. Jeremy's scared of Darius Cooks for some reason. I don't know why. It's clear at this point he's scared of him. Then you had Darius Cooks in April, went to Bali. Now, he had visited Bali for the first time, I think, in January of 2024. He was there for about a week, if I'm not mistaken. And then that's when he decided to do the business deal, the 25-year business contract with Tommy, who he had just met a day or two prior. So he went back in April and actually stayed for the month of April to learn about the place that he had committed to for 25 years and to get to know Tommy, who's his business partner that he had already signed a 25-year contract with. That's how we know it's going to be an ish show. They don't even know each other. Then in May, you had, it was a few things in May, I see. So you had the mugshot revelation that came out that Darius Cooks claimed that he had never been arrested, never had a mugshot, etc. There was no police report. We disproved all that. We had not only a mugshot, a police report, all of it, details of the incident, etc. Now, I will give a slight update for those of you who are like, Val, but what happened to the video? We was talking about it was going to be more to come. Well, I did just tell y'all earlier in this live that there are other pieces that are coming together, and some things are being used for investigative purposes and evidence, et cetera, et cetera. And so they've become a part of a process that, as of right now, they can't be put out into the public. I'm just leave it there. I could say more, but I ain't gonna say more. So just know the stuff, it does exist, not that it doesn't. It's just what we can and cannot talk about publicly right now is based on the things that are happening behind the scenes. So right now that's on hold. One day we'll be able to, get our ish and giggles from it. Along with a whole bunch of other stuff too. Then you had in May also, you had Darius Cooks insert himself into the Miss Netta and Charles drama, how, social media was turning on Miss Netta for her toxicity, et cetera, et cetera. And he inserted himself to make fun of her for one, but then called himself advising her on how to be a better influencer and more approachable, and how all her negativity is just not a good look. It's just the audacity of her. Then you have, and I love that they actually used my thumbnail here. You had Darius Cooks turned on two of his black co-entrepreneur female friends, Mess in a Bottle owner, I'm forgetting her name, and then Pam from Coils by Nature. Both of those were his friends who were entrepreneurs. Pam actually had helped him open his warehouse, taught him how to operate logistics of a warehouse because she owned a hair product line. She was teaching him the ropes, the systems, et cetera, et cetera. Years later, she runs into some financial issues, needs a little help from her friend. And Darius Cooks not only tells her, I ain't got it, but he also then turns on her completely because she got online on her Facebook Live, just upset, crying, and saying how certain people, she had their back and she thought they would have her back as well, and they didn't. She never named anyone. Darius Cooks, being the hot mess, thin-skinned man-child that he is, got upset and then decided to throw her under the bus, dox her, tell all of her business about her relationship with her husband, her spirituality, how she went from a Christian, I think, to a Muslim, but he don't feel like she's practicing. Then talked about her business finances and how she wouldn't take care of her business, whatever, exposed her. Then for some reason, the owner of Mess in a Bottle, she was having some financial issues with her business as well. She ended up catching strays And then he started turning on her as well. Now, part of some people's thoughts about it is that because Pinky from Slutty Vegan Restaurant, or the empire of Slutty Vegan, was helping Mess in a Bottle to revive and save her business. And Darius Crooks hates Pinky from Slutty Vegan. Why, you may ask? Because she was running a successful, and still is to this day, a successful restaurant next door to Greens and Gravy, Darius Cooks' original restaurant. She was next door to it. She's still there. He is not. So they were having issues back in the day because he was hating on her business that always had lines around the corner. And, there were some plumbing issues, etc., some things that they needed to access his side in order to fix for her side, etc. I'm sure, like putting barricades up for the rats, the rat infestation, and whatever else. I know they had some plumbing issues, etc. Darius Cooks was refusing to allow them to get into his side so that they could fix the things that would allow her to operate her business the way it was supposed to be operated, etc. Caused a rift. And, he's hated her ever since. Now, he won't tell the real reason why he hated her, but that's why. She was successful, or is, and he is not. Then you have in June the fallout between, what's her name? Marilyn with a swoop. What's her name? Marilyn? Is it Marilyn? The lady with the catering company, she's a social media influencer. She's friends with Carmen. She was friends with Mama Tracy, who he's also falling out with now. This is so ridiculous. These women will never, I guess they'll never learn. But anyway, this is the drama he had with them that month. I have not really, Marion, thank you so much, Saint Senna. Marion, who he was calling Marion was with the swoop. She's gotten on her Facebook Lives, and she's been, people have said that maybe she was intoxicated, etc., etc. And his flying ants, Master, Marion over there with the swoop, she drunk, Master. Let's talk about it, Master. All that. They doing all that. You friends with them? They having an event. You going to it? All of that. So fell out with them, whatever. Who cares? But again, I think Marion's still trying to be cool with him from what I was saying, but I don't pay a lot of attention to that stuff. Then you have in July, Darius Cooks was back in Bali, and you had him proclaiming to be the first soul food restaurant. However, then he finds out that Gertrude's existed and had been doing food testings, etc. But then he tried to disparage Gertrude, saying the name is stupid, saying that, they ain't got no land, they ain't got no building, they ain't got nothing, and I'm building, blah, blah, blah. Fast forward to today. Gertrude's has been open for a few weeks now with a brick and mortar place. So there's that. Then July also has this paper contract, but I'm not sure about the construction paper contract. I thought that was done I thought that was done in January. So I'm not sure. It's small here. I can't quite tell 100% what's happening. Then you have the breaking of ground. I think that started in August, maybe, because that's what I'm looking at here. And he's been building. I'm not sure exactly what's happening with the thumbnail here. But anyway, then you have September, we've been seeing a lot of complaints about missing orders. It's starting to rev up again. I'm starting to see more of it. Some of y'all have been pointing out stuff to me. And then Darius Cooks did a fake email from the U.S. Postal Service, acting as if a supervisor from the U.S. Postal Service had sent him an email about one of his followers' orders, saying that they had it got delivered to their neighbor's house, the wrong house. The post office, per his email that he posted, said that they went back to the neighbor's house and tried to get the package back. The neighbor said they didn't have it, et cetera, et cetera. Like when the post office started going to people's houses asking for mail back. Get out of here with that. Long story short, this is likely going to be a part of, has been added to the investigation. I'll just put it that way. I'll leave it at that. These are the things that she does when she's playing these internet games, that she gets really sloppy and starts to put herself in the spotlight of the authorities. Yeah, and so that's what's happening. So we know the orders, there's starting to be missing orders again, etc. Supposedly his driver, who was the one who was taking the packages to USPS, that guy basically quit because he wanted his money within 7 days of doing the service. Darius Cooks wanted to pay him net 30 instead. And the guy was like, no, I want 7 days. Darius Cooks was like, you take net 30 or we can't work together. The guy was like, okay, well, we can't work together. Which tells you that Darius Cooks, again, I just showed y'all, we got the lawsuits, we got the lights getting cut off at Greens and Gravy, or that was Soul Crab Atlanta. You got he not paying his own tax bills at his own house. His gas just got cut off. He claims it was for $17 and it was by mistake. He claims. So no wonder. So we seeing little, y'all, when there's smoke, there's fire. You're seeing little bits and pieces. So you're seeing this. If the man won't even pay his own light bill at his restaurant that's open to the public, and the man won't pay his own tax bill, do you think he really rushing to pay the man that's delivering his packages on a pickup truck to USPS? Think about it. So that man, like, I'm tired of you always paying me late. We read the little snippet of the Black Enterprise article where the employee said he was paying my staff allowances, what he felt like paying them. Screw my payroll. He wasn't paying what they were owed. He was paying what he felt like paying. Can you imagine him trying to pull the same stuff with the truck driver that's dropping off the packages at USPS? And you're like, I ain't finna deal with that no more. Give me my money in 7 days or I ain't gonna work with you. Let him tell it. The other day, I saw a piece of his live where he was like, yeah, and Tammy, she own it. She already found us another driver because, you know, I fired the last one. Girl, you didn't fire the last one. The last one quit on you because you wasn't paying on time. What? How he turned that to he fired the last one? Just a lying sack of. Poll question I'm closing out. Did you know that the drama calendar had been created to track Darius Cooks? 48% of you did know. 52% of you did not even know this exists. Again, this is like, I want to say, I don't know if y'all ever let me know in the chat because I can't keep up with it all, y'all. But this is at least the second or third year for sure that drama tracker has been out there. The poll question, I'm gonna put this out before we go. Do you think, because Darius Cooks thinks that when he runs off to Bali, he escapes to Bali January 1st or whenever, he thinks that nobody else, there'll be no conversation. There'll be nothing to cover about him. Poll question out there is, do you think that Crooks will continue to create drama for the 2025 calendar, even from Bali? One person was like, in the exposed group, ooh, I can't wait to see these last 3 months, what they'll bring from the soap opera that is Darius Cooks. And then another person says, even when he's in Bali, this calendar will still get filled. And I said, facts, because Darius Cooks is a drama and conflict magnet. So what's the saying? You take you wherever you go. You are the problem. Wherever you go, sassy Crooks, that's where the drama gonna go. So it ain't that you leaving the drama over here. You taking it over there to Bali. And you still gonna be going live so that you can grift your flying ants. What we gonna buy next, man? So what you releasing next? You still gotta go live to grift them and lie to them and gaslight them. We gonna be seeing all that. We still gonna be seeing the people saying they ain't getting their orders and stuff. Probably even more now because you're in a whole different country. It's gonna be a whole hot mess, and I'm here for it. So with that, I thank all of you for watching this evening. Please hit that like button if you haven't as of yet. Please also share. We will be back with more content. But until next time, until I upload the next video, y'all make sure to take care and be blessed. Peace.